Twitter missed the first few minutes where we opened two trades. We bought the 497 puts and the 501 calls. Right now the calls are up 16% in less than a couple minutes. %20. All right, so we're getting the red candle here, but we should still be moving upwards. Should be heading towards 500. You see the orange fuses that have me concerned. Need a green one right there. And do we go up? All right. Why my screen's not up in this? Yeah, we never got green fuses. That's why we're going down. Hmm. There we go. Found it. There we go. So yeah, we started out the day, came down, jumps back up. So we're 20% profit right here off of our calls. And came back down. We initially started out 15% profit on the puts that we bought immediately. Then 20% profit on the calls. Now we just wait for the market to work. And let it work for us instead of working for it. All right. Red Bull, way to get the day trade starting. Costanza. All right. And here we go. Good to see everybody this morning. Hope you had a good night. Bitcoin made a huge move starting about 2 a.m. this morning. Went up like 5%. Well, it didn't go up 5%. It was down 3%, recovered, and went up 2% from there. So 5% swing. Well, yeah, I wanted to buy some Netflix. So calls are on sale. Probably, I think a month would do. Or 2 months. I don't think it's going to recover all that. I'm gonna get into these 630s with everybody else. Buy some 630 calls. June. Actually, June 615 calls. So Netflix, June 21st, 615 calls. Wow, they're going up in price pretty quick. And the SPY has recovered yet again and flopped over to our calls being up 10%, 12%. Next dip, I'm going to sell some of my puts, just get rid of them. Calls are back up to 16, 17%, 18. Nasdaq's the only thing that's holding us back. So I'm going to be, that sucks. All right. I'm going to sell my Solar Edge technology is here for 43% profit on the trade. You're free to hold. You got 28 days left. It's not nothing wrong with holding. It's probably going to continue to slide down a bit, but I don't mind 42% profit there. Wow. Netflix just cannot. All right, next Olympics outfield. So just takes a little patience. All right, our calls are now up 32%. Nice move up here. I'm probably going to look to sell half of them. I don't like the downward trend I'm seeing. Down to 25%. You can always buy back into them. Or I think use your head, not your heart. Okay, here we are. It's a 30% profit here. I'm going to sell half of them. I'll buy back into it when it dips. I sell it for $1.30, I believe. And this is a move right here. I'm waiting and waiting. There we go. Must have bumped 32 cents. Waiting. 134. 136. This takes a little patience. We're up to 35% profit here. 139. 142. 40%. 147. 150. Nice. Still have not sold them yet. I'm waiting for the momentum to end. Looks like 149 is going to be the price. Let it breathe for a minute or two. If it's a breather or if it's a... Yeah, it's just catching his breath. A bigger move up. Right. Selling half of them here for $1.42. No, $1.43. Yeah, locked it in. Nice. So we had a 30. We had 20% profit on our puts right off the bats and 30% on calls. Then it dipped again and got another 40% on calls in less than 20 minutes. Bought Netflix. No, not 681. Bought Netflix. 615 calls June 21st. And you don't have to follow it, or you can if you want. June 21st, Netflix. The 615 calls. 615. There's no rush. Got it all day. It's not a day trade. It's not a day trade. It's a long-term trade. Got to focus on the day trade right now, which is SPY, with as much movement and volatility as there's been since it opened. We opened, went down, down, up, and down again. With that kind of quick movement, you got to be quick and nimble to take these profits. So don't have time to type in. I've got no background noise whatsoever. But I'll type in options alerts. The longer term trades, day trades need to happen right away and or take much more precedence. So we got the schizophrenic opening today. If you're typing, asking questions, or what have you should be typing them in the options trading live stream. Otherwise, I don't see your questions. And the calls have moved back up again, another 20%. Total of 80% profit on the call so far this morning in less than 25 minutes. I think this one's going to go a bit higher, though. Yeah, I think these are going higher. Higher, longer. Excuse me. Netflix is a 2-month trade, so there's no rush to get into it. Get into a price if you're going to follow it. Get into a price that you like. I think it's going to do just fine. It beat earnings. It dominates its area. Has more subscribers than ever. I think it'd be just fine. Cha-ching. I see some of these green turquoise. There we go. Got the green fuse and green turquoise, so we should be going higher. There we go. Higher it is. Get some air. Give me air. Just a nice little wave. Up and down. Take your profits. Buy the opposite. Sell. Take your profits. Buy the opposite. So here we are. Buying the calls. Spot the puts at the beginning. Market open. Sell off. buy some calls, move them up, sell for profit, buy some puts, down, sell the puts, buy some calls. And we're in the calls right now for, let's see, 25% profit on the latest calls. Calls are still moving up a bit. 25%, 27, 28%. And take some profit here off of them, as expected to go down a little bit in just a minute. Go now. Yeah, there they go. So I had a speech all worked up for this morning. You can tread water and do all right and make your profits. But if you really want to improve your situation, improve your account, and increase your wealth, you have to reinvest some of those profits. So when you make a profit, you gotta take 50% of it, tuck it away, and reinvest that at 50% in the next trade. For example, start out with $100 and make a 200% profit. You got $300 now. You took away 100 of it. Now you have $200 for the next trade. The next trade is $200. Making it 300%. You got $600 now. Took away 200 or 150. Trade the rest. Now you already recovered your initial $200. Now you're just trading with the free money. Now you can really get rolling. So it's up to you how much you invest, how much you reinvest. But in order to capture bigger profits over a shorter amount of time is to reinvest some of the profits you're making, not just go back and make the same value trade, make a $100 trade every time. $100 trade every time. If you do, you're going to make those profits, but not increase your wealth. You want to increase your wealth, You want to change a $100 account to a $1,000 account, $1,000 account to 10,000, 10,000 to 50,000. You have to reinvest your profits, and then tuck them away. Don't spend them. Don't do anything with it. The ones you're saving, just tuck them away and save them. You can save for a rainy day. You can save for the perfect trade. All right, here we go. We're heading back down now. So our puts are steamrolling. Got 25 contracts on our 497 puts. Cost basis of 85 cents. So the Netflix calls are already up 22%. I should have bought some more. We got 10 June 21st, 615 call contracts. Cost basis of $11.25. They're selling now for $15 as Netflix is bouncing back off of its lows from its earnings call. Nice trade there, Chris. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. Netflix beat everything. So, and then it underestimates its guidance, so it falls down. But when you look at the numbers, there's no way there's a reason for it to fall down 50 points. So that was the reason for buying the calls. Good thing bought them. It was a quick $3,000 trade. Sell half of them, let them ride for a free trade. That's called a low risk trade. You pick up some extra calls here that are cheap as the market ticks downward. Cha-ching. Keep going down. It's so hot in here. Yeah, I'm gonna be right back. air in here. And we're back already. Had to open the door. All right, I'm gonna sell some of my puts here. Here's a good spot. All right, sold some puts. Made a 25% per share profit. That was about 30%. Paid 73 cents for them and sold them for $1 minus fees. Now we're back on the way up. All right, to at least $4.99.50. It shifted massively. I like that though. Gonna sell some more puts at that rate. Sell 5 at a time. And the market's definitely found its direction. Just let the market work. You gotta have some patience. Where's our Netflix at? Netflix has come down a bit, but the market's come down a bit, so it's still up 15% overall in the trade for less than half an hour. So that's pretty good. I like those good trades that work right away. It's not something I complicate too much. I buy the whether it's puts or the calls when they're low, and I sell them when the premium goes up, and vice versa. So when the market opened, immediately bought puts, and the market went down, and sold the puts. Bought calls here. The market went up, sold the calls around here, bought some puts. So just buying low and selling high. You have this nice fluid motion, little sideways trading and down, and there hasn't been any reason to sell anything in the last few minutes. Just still continuing down overall. I that's a mystery. We had some huge trades in the last 2 weeks that everyone should have been able to make money on. And those weren't trades I just said over the mic. I posted the trades in the room. Okay, right now the puts are just slowly earned money coming down. They're up 53% right now. I'm going to sell a few of them off. Scaling out. I'm just going to sell 5. Wait till find a good point sales price to sell it off at. It's still going down, so there's no reason to sell it yet. And then as soon as it turns and starts going in the other direction is when I make my sale and buy the other way. I'll buy some calls. It's just keeping it simple. It's turned. Make your sale. Buy calls. Now with the Nasdaq down 1% and S&P down 0.35%, I'm not too eager to buy a bunch of calls, but I'll buy a couple. I want to be prepared for a bounce off of the lows. I'm not buying any kind of massive amount. Still have that downward momentum. And that's why I didn't sell all my puts. When the market opened, immediately bought puts, and then about 2-3 minutes later bought calls. Sold the puts, and then rode the calls up. It's not like I can have a magic crystal ball that picks the direction that the market's going to go in. It's just I buy right in the middle, and that's where I capture the profit. The SPY is about the easiest way to make money consistently every day. You can get some big returns on some longer term swing trades by individual stocks. Yes. But to make money every single day, you can literally make money every single day on SPY. I mean, look at that move up right here. We sold the puts down here, bought calls, And look at the calls going up and up and up. So as we were talking, I told you it's coming down, selling the puts, buying into some calls, and the calls went up. Oh, that would have been a nice point to sell. On turn green again. And then let's do the same thing throughout the day. They got nothing better to do. Stare at candles. This reminds me, I need to call my doctor back. I have one better thing to do, I guess. Just one. Take a look at Netflix. Pulling back a bit more. I'm glad I sold half of them. Might buy those half back. If the June 21st, 6:15 Netflix calls get back under $12, I'll be buying them again. Now, the bears are taking over. We're coming back down. The S&P 500 right here. Not enough to sell anything off. Just keeping an eye on it. It's hovering around 30% profit right now. I'd like to see it get back at the 500 at least. Don't like seeing the S&P below 5,000. Ah, perfect. There we go. So a few more a few more puts right here. Oh no, not. Should go down a little bit further. Should come down to right about here. And then I'll sell a few more. So here we are. If you just joined, we've made about 80% profit on our SPY calls, about 55% profit on our SPY puts throughout the day, just through buying and selling. Haven't held on to anything, but the puts are starting to take over right here. I'm going to sell a few more off, scaling out of them, so that if there's a bigger drop in the S&P 500, I'm still going to capture that. Won't capture all of it, but if there's a turnaround, I capture the profits right here. All right, we're about 70 minutes into this live stream. We're just kind of treading sideways now. Anything exciting comes back, I will come back on the live stream. But I'll take a little break here, have some breakfast, and then come back on. Market should be going up here. Good place to buy some calls. 500 calls. Closer to the price, the stock price. S&P's down 18 points, but I can see a swing up to this. With it, as long as the Dow Jones is positive 134 points, we have a chance for this turning around and being a big day for us. Right now, it's just an average day. Got about 120% total. But if we can get the S&P to do a full turnaround, if the Dow Jones goes down, though, be all in the puts. All right. So thank you for joining the live stream. We'll be back. Feel free to ask questions or join the Discord. We'll be online the Discord throughout the day, the entire day, till the market closes.